Hi everyone, this is Getting Real with City Precious. Today we are on our 10th episode. How amazing is that? And on this episode we have a woman who does magic with her hands on a human body. I'm talking about a masseuse and a beautician. Itumeleng Moreki. Watch, learn, and get inspired. Enjoy.
Hi everyone, welcome to Getting Real with City Precious. Today we have Itumeleng Moreki. She's a masseuse, but I'm going to give her the platform to tell you guys more about herself. Hi Itumeleng, how are you?
Hi.
Do you prefer Dumi or Itumeleng?
Dumi's fine.
Okay. Hi Dumi, how are you?
I'm great.
I am good, thanks. Well, I mentioned earlier on that I want to give you a platform to tell my viewers more about yourself, and this is the time that I give you the platform.
Okay, so like she said, my name is Itumeleng Agnes Moreki, born and raised in the Val Triangle, and yes, I'm a massage therapist, and I also do hair as well. Yeah.
You have a salon, I heard.
I have a salon. It's in Savannah City, extension 4 in Didier.
Okay, but we're not there yet. I now want us to start off with where you grew up and how you grew up. Tell us about who Itumeleng was as a child, where she grew up, which schools she went to, what kind of environment did you grow up in?
Well, I was actually born in Everton, in small farm, but then when I went to kindergarten and everything, then my parents moved to the Bonner Park because my dad's a police officer that side.
Okay.
So we moved to Didier, and I've been there basically my whole life.
Yeah.
So that's where I grew up. And then primary school, I went to Michael Rua. And then about grade 5, I went to Roshan Primary School.
Okay.
And then after that, till grade 7. And then high school, I went to Suncrest High.
Okay.
Which is kind of where everything began.
Yeah.
You start to
realize who you are.
Yes. So that's when everything started. And with actually what I'm doing now, that's when I started to realize, okay, I'm this kind of person, this is what I like to do. I actually love working with people. And I'm always smiling, I'm always laughing. If I'm angry or I'm sad, you could definitely gonna see
it.
Yeah.
Okay, you saying you're a person who loves working with people. Were you always like that as a child, or did you only realize that in your high school days?
As a child, actually, because I've always wanted to be a nurse, actually. Because even with my hands, they're very small, but when I touch you, the pressure, you can feel like, they have pressure, but I'm very gentle as well, So I've noticed when I was still young, even I wanted to be a social worker as well, but I was like, nah. Yeah, then everything changed when I grew up. Then I started to realize, and opportunities as well, because,
Tell me what kind of family raised you?
Well, I grew up with my mother and my father. I have a sister, it's just the two of us. We don't have any other siblings. My mom was a very, very, very strict person. And my dad, people say he's strict, but I don't see that.
Yeah.
Because he's very sweet when it comes to me. And then, my mom passed away in 2016, and now it's just me. Thank you, that's okay. So it's just me, my sister, and my 2 nephews now.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's life. Life is normal for me. Yeah.
Okay, you just mentioned you and your sister and your 2 nephews. Where is your dad in the picture?
My dad actually stays in Merton because we moved into Bonner Park. Like I said, now I'm based in Savannah City.
Yeah.
So we moved from the Bonner Park, and now he stays in Riversdale in Merton. We see him most of the time. He comes to check on us all the time.
Yeah.
However, we do not spend as much time as we used to. Yeah.
And how is that affecting you?
For me, it's not really affecting me because I've been away from home for a long time.
Okay.
Straight after high school, I went to college. I used to attend International Academy of Health and Skincare in Sandton. So it was too far for me to kind of travel from the Val to Joburg. So I decided to move to Soweto. So that's where I stayed for 2 years while I was still in college. So I've been away from home for such a long time. So it doesn't really, But I love my dad.
Okay.
My dad is girl.
Yeah.
My dad is girl.
Okay. Now tell me about, I know you mentioned a little bit your high school days, but I want you to get into that. Okay? I want you to paint a picture of how your high school days were. What kind of a child you were, people you surrounded yourself with, when you realized what you want to become, things like that.
My high school was quite fun. We used to go out a lot with my friends.
Yeah.
I actually went to high school with Babalo. She's the one that does the Gotters now. She has a restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
So we're very, very close.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So our high school was really nice. So we used to go out a lot, like I say, but when it comes to studying, you know, we definitely got into it.
Yeah.
When it was time to study, we used to study. But then when it was like, we used to have like these holiday classes or afternoon classes. Oh my goodness. That's when, because after that, usually the holiday ones, we'd go in the morning, we'd go to class, and then around like 12, 1, and then we'd go out. There used to be a house in Vanderbilt Park where we used to go to, even in Berwick Park as well. So we'd just chill, with friends, go home drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, my high school was really fun. Even at home, they were not really quite strict with me. Yeah. So I used to go, whenever I want to go, I'd go wherever I want to go. As long as I just let them know where I'm going to be. When they call, I answer my phone. Yeah, I'm still okay. I'll be home around this time. Yeah, I was very free-spirited, I can say, yeah. And if I wanted to do something, I wanted to do something. Because there was a time, I remember there was a time, the beach parties and everything. Yeah. And you discuss with your friends, okay, what are we going to wear and all of that. And I remember I'd be the only one with whatever that we talked about. Because when I tell myself that I want to do something, I definitely do it. Be it I want to save money, the kind of outfit that I want. So I'm the kind of person, if I want something, I make sure that I get it.
You get it for yourself.
Yeah.
Wow. You said back in primary you wanted to become a nurse or a social worker.
Yeah.
When did this mentality of yours change?
It changed in high school. I remember there was Careers Day back then. I was in grade, I think 11.
Yeah.
And then they came to Suncrest High. So, and then I was like, I saw like a ship. They had like posters and everything.
Yeah.
And they're like, if you want to work abroad and some kind of money, this amount of money. And I was like, okay, this is quite interesting because what I didn't want to do is I didn't want to go to school after high school. I didn't want to go to university or college. Then after that, I'm sitting with my diploma.
Exactly,
or
you don't have
a job. So even my friends, they were like, why do you want to do this? And I remember I spoke to the lady and I asked them, so how much are the fees? And they were like, no, we're going to have an opening day at the college in Centre.
Yeah.
So you can come through and then ask all the questions that you want to know. They'll tell me everything. And I remember I went home and I told my dad.
Yeah.
And I was like, Dad, I saw something today at school and I'm really, really into it. Like, I'm really interested in doing it. And he was like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. So they're going to have like an opening day. So will you be able to take me? And he was like, okay, I'll check if I'm not going to work or anything. Then I'll take you there.
Yeah.
You know my dad. Oh my gosh, when I talk about that man, I get so emotional. So we went. I remember when we got there. First year, school fees was 80,000
a year.
A year.
The entire semester.
The entire semester, the whole year. And remember, when you go for the second year, it goes up.
It goes up.
So that was the first year. So it was 80,000 rand, and my dad was like, yo, this is a lot of money.
Yeah.
I remember I got home and I was even scared to tell my mom how much the fees were.
Yeah.
And then my dad told my mom. My mom was like, yo, never. What are you gonna eat?
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I really do wanna do. Even my sister was like, yo, you're getting we're not gonna.
Is your sister older than you?
She's older than me. She's 33 now. She's like, yo, we're not gonna even get December clothes if you're gonna go there. I'm like, guys, I really wanna do this.
Yeah.
And then my dad was like, I'm going to make a plan. We'll see how. But eventually I went.
Yeah.
Because I'm a daddy's girl. So I went. Yeah. Everything went well. I passed and then I did my second year as well. And then third year, we realized, man, the fees are a lot.
Exactly. They're draining on you.
Yeah. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to go straight away and work. Because you had a chance if you want to go do third year.
Yeah. Or
you do an interview and then you're ready to
start working.
And I was like, you know what? Let me just so go.
Yeah.
So I did the interview when I was in 2016 early, I remember. Because I graduated in 2015 December. Yeah, 2016 early, I went for the interview.
Yeah.
And then after you pass the interview, then you're able to go to Cape Town for training for 3 weeks. I went there and then after that, it was boom. done. I remember I just came home for like 2 weeks. I was waiting for them to send me an email of the ship, the itinerary, which is the flight tickets and everything. And my first ship, I was in the US. I was on the Carnival Sunrise. No, I'm lying. Carnival Sunshine. Because my last contract was Sunrises. I was on Sunshine.
And how long ago? This is 2016, right?
That's 2016.
Okay.
Yes. And then I went for my first contract 2016, 2017, 2018, and 2019.
So your first contract lasted you for how many years?
For 9 months.
For 9 months.
After 9
okay.
month contract.
Let's get deep into that. Tell me about that. How did you receive it off, and how did they welcome you on the other end?
It was actually great, but it's very, very, very difficult. I mean, you have to be very, very. You have to be a very strong person to actually last. Because there's a lot of people that go, but they don't last. They only stay there for like a month. There was.
And why is it?
Because it's draining. Like you know when you grew up. I'm not gonna say when I grew up. I'm not gonna say we were like very poor, but it was just
it was
okay.
basic
It was basic life, you know. But if you know what is it that you really want in life, you don't just take things as they come.
Yeah.
So even if you have a manager and they don't like you or they're giving you a tough time, you just go back to your room and you tell yourself, you know what, you're here for a reason, and you didn't come here for this person.
Exactly.
So do what you have to do, get what you want to get, and then go home. So that was my kind of mentality.
Yeah.
That's how I got through. I mean, first contract is very difficult.
Yeah.
The second one is okay because you already know what you're getting yourself into. The first one was I remember.
So, sorry to interrupt you there. You worked at the, for your first contract, you worked at a ship. You were a masseuse there. Okay.
Yes. So for all my contracts, I've been a masseuse, yes. So the very first time when I went, I was actually a masseuse and a body therapist. Okay. You know.
And
so
tell me what's the difference between the two?
A body therapist, which is basically a body specialist, which is what I specialized in, because when you get there, then they categorize you into a certain category.
Exactly.
So when I was there, I used to specialize in a treatment called anothermy. In South Africa, I don't think there is one, but you could probably find it in like 4 ways or Sense, and it's not very popular.
And what does it do?
It's a slimming treatment. So basically, if you want to lose weight or if you have problem with your arms, your thighs, you want to slim your abdomen area, you want to, become a little bit thicker, your back. So it requires, it's a machine, and then there's products that you apply, which is basically just algae, so it's natural things. So I used to use algae a lot. A lot of people say algae. We used to, in America, there's terminologies that
different.
So when you say algae, they understand. If you say algae, they okay, what are you saying?
What are you talking about?
So we used to use a lot of algae, so that's what I used to use. And then I push in the machine for about an hour. It's basically doing an exercise for you because it's contracting your muscles. We take measurements before, we take measurements after as well, and then we're able to tell in just one session how many inches you've lost in just one.
Is it possible to do one session, or do you need to go back for a
lot? No, you need to go, and that's the problem with this treatment. A lot of people used to think, with just one treatment then I'm
gonna be okay.
And it's not like that. And it requires you to do your follow-up at home as well. So you're exercising, making sure that you continue with the product.
And you eat the right
exactly, yes. So a lot of people were just expecting miracles. That's why I was always so stressed. Because people are I'm not a magician, guys. I can't. There's certain things that you need to do yourself as well in order to achieve what you want to achieve. But it was great. There's a lot of people that understood the kind of treatment that I did. And then I also used to do, like I said, facials and massages as well. But that's the kind of treatment that I specialized in back on the ship.
Okay, we're still at the difference between a body therapist and a masseuse, right? You already explained what a body therapist does. I need to know now what a masseuse specifically deals with. We don't want to find out things from the internet. We want to hear them directly from the people that are doing it.
So a masseuse is somebody that does massages. Yeah. So you specialize, could either be Swedish, deep tissue, aroma stone, aromatherapy.
And what's the difference between all of those things?
Swedish is just basically just hands-on, and the pressure is not too deep, not too light either. So for a lot of people that do not like deep pressure, Swedish is perfect for them. And then there's deep tissue for like sportsmen. If you are if you're an athlete or you're always busy, a lot of people that are always, you know, for example, let me say caches. You know, you're always sitting, or somebody that packs like Pick and Pay. You know, it requires somebody that's always on the move. That's the deep tissue because it works deeper on your muscles. And then there's hot stones. That's my personal favorite. You know, hot stones, it's we use the stones, but we warm them before. And then the best part about it is it warms up till the belly of the muscle, so it's basically deeper into the muscle. So if you have like knots, tension, it helps to get rid of all of that for you.
Wow, that is amazing. So you went to you went abroad, right? To work there.
Yes.
Tell me, when did you decide to come back and why?
You know, I didn't even decide on my own. COVID decided for me. You know, so I came back last year, 2020, January, with the aim of going back in July because I was just on my vacation break. So I was going to be home for about 3-4 months and then go back. But I couldn't because of COVID. So lockdown happened and I was like, you know what? The little money that I have keeps going out because I keep spending, buying whatever that I want, and there's no money coming in. And I had to decide what is it that I want to do. And I didn't want to do something that I'm not going to enjoy. Because to be honest with me, it's not like I'm trying to be somehow. I've never taken my CV anywhere else. Like from college, I started working where I was working. I've never basically marketed myself or like I want to go work wherever. So I've never done that. So I was like, you know what, let me just do whatever that is that I'm comfortable with, that I know that I love doing. Because I love doing massage.
So tell me about how this business of yours came about. You mentioned earlier on that COVID forced you to come back. How did you sit down and stretch the eyes on your own? Well, okay, this is what I have and this is what I can work with. Let me start this business.
You know, it's because of, to be honest, it's because of the money. Because if you're going to be just sitting at home doing nothing, there's no money coming in.
And
I'm a girl.
Instead, you're losing money.
And I'm a woman, so I need to get stuff. And you know what? The independence first.
You're used to it.
Yeah, I'm not used to asking money from anybody except my dad. So he's the only person that was able to help me at that time. So I was like, you know what? Let me just do something for myself, and then because I know when I want to buy whatever that I want to buy, and the kind of person that I am, if I want to buy something, I want to buy it now. I don't want to wait for next week, or I don't want to wait for tomorrow. If I want it now, I want it now. So I was like, okay, Itumele, this is what you need to do. So I was like, okay, I still have the capital, so I could start small. So I managed to get myself a bed that I use to massage
people on.
And I got stones, I got hot cabby, I got myself
hot cabby.
A hot cabby. It's like it's a LED something. You put towels just to keep them warm. So that's a hot cabby. So and then to also keep them sterile. So you put your towels, you want to keep your towels warm in there. And then I also got myself a wax pot. That's what I did as well. For people that like to do waxing.
So you do waxing as well?
Waxing as well, so if you want to wax your eyebrows.
At every area, on any area of your body?
Yes. And I do that as well. So that's what I started with. And like literally after just advertised, okay, so this is what I'm doing, and I do house calls.
And how did you go about marketing your business?
I actually did it on social media. So Facebook, and Instagram. But I don't really use Instagram much. I use Facebook and WhatsApp a lot. So that's what I use to market myself. And I used to do like small flyers as well. And then I'd go around. I remember I used to go with my cousin. We'd go to Vereniging, Mensen, and then just
hand
go
out
to the
the
parking
flyers.
lot and then just hand them out.
Yeah.
So that's what I used to do a lot as well. But then now it's just basically full on social media.
Social media.
Yeah, it's easier that way.
And I want you to tell me about the business of starting a salon. How, because you're a masseuse and you're a body therapist, right? How did the idea or the suggestion of opening a salon come about, a beauty salon?
I didn't want only just one income. So I wanted a lot of income, you know. So that's why I thought, okay, so if I'm doing massages and I'm not getting booked, maybe because you don't get you don't get booked on a daily basis. So I was like, if I'm not booked, then I can't just sit and do nothing. So I was like, you know what, let me rather just do salon as well, because even though there's people don't do their hair every day, but every other day there's somebody that comes to wash their hair, to relax their hair. They want to do just tweeze their eyebrows, they want to do lashes, they want to do nails, they want to braid. So I was like, I might as well just do that as well, because I've always knew how to braid. Like, you know, cornrows, everything, twists, box braids. The only thing that I didn't know that I really had to teach myself was to do, you know, straight back and straight back. I couldn't do that. But this year, January, my sister was like, you know what, we can't keep on paying people to do this for us. We need to learn how to do it ourselves, and that's how it all began. So it's just that I started doing my sister's hair, she did mine, we practiced on each other, and then after that, boom.
And now you guys are working together at the salon.
Yes,
wow, that's beautiful. And how's the business of the salon going?
The business of the salon right now, it's quite good. That's why I get my lot of income if I'm not getting income from my massages. Yeah. Because it's quite busy. And I have clients that drive to come to me because it's far. It's far. Yeah. But I don't want to lie, Savannah City is very far. But they don't mind because they know if...
I think your work speaks for itself.
Speaks for itself. Yeah. I'm a very neat person. So when I do something, I put my heart into it. And I want when you walk out and somebody asks, oh, who did your hair? And you like it to me, they're like, okay,
I don't want to.
That's what I don't want. So I want when you go out and you're like, okay, I did my hair. They'd be like, oh, really? I also want to go there to do my hair. That's the kind of response
you want. Yes. Okay, tell me about you now have you call your business a mobile spa, right? I want you to tell me how you move around, because transport, or sometimes you don't have money for the petrol, understand? So I want you to take us through it. How do you go about traveling to your clients?
I use my dad's car, so that's what I use to travel. So my cousin used to help me a lot because he used to drive me around. And the bed is quite heavy as well, so I need like manpower. So he's the one that used to help me a lot. But now he's working. So now I'm all by myself.
All by myself.
Yes. So that's how I travel. So I use my dad's car. It's not.
Does he drive you around, or do you drive yourself?
When he has time, he drives me around, because I've been learning how to drive. I'm not really perfect yet. I'm very scared to drive by myself. I can't do it. So it's either him now, or I just ask somebody else to just do it for me. And then it's not really difficult.
I want you to tell me about the challenges you've come across, be it your personal life, starting off with, the two businesses that you have.
Personally, the challenges that I've come across, I would say, is me not being able to go back to work. Because I loved what I do, you know. Traveling. Number one, I loved traveling, you know. So now that I cannot go back, and for me to actually go back, I need to vaccinate and all of that. And that's something that I'm still, you know, considering. So it's quite, that's what's difficult for me right now. And then when it comes to my business, I would say challenges would be not being busy. The business gets quite slow at times, you know.
The mobile spa.
It gets quite slow sometimes, but I feel like it's just me sometimes being lazy. You know, I just need to make sure that I market myself more, so that a lot of people know. And I don't think there's a lot of people that know about my business. So that's what I need to do, make sure that I market myself.
Those are the challenges.
That's the only challenge.
And when it comes to your salon, are there any challenges there?
Not really. No. When it comes to my salon, I don't have any challenges, other than when I wanna go out, or when I wanna go somewhere, and then there's someone that wants to do their hair. Now I have to cancel my plans to do somebody else's hair. And one thing, because there's a lot of people that walk in, I would prefer for people to make an appointment before they come. But there's not a lot of people that do that. Because you don't know. I mean, I'm also human, to be honest. You don't know what I'm going to be doing today. And technically, I can't expect you to know what I'm going to be doing. Because I'm in business. If you want to do your hair, you want to do your hair.
Exactly.
You don't care what Edumeling is doing today, you know. But that's the kind of challenges that I have. Because it's just me and my sister. So if I want to, for example, if I want to go see my boyfriend, then I need to make sure that, okay, I need to cover the person that said they're coming today, make sure that I finish their hair, and then maybe tomorrow, then I can be able to go. And that's the only challenges that I really have.
Okay. Tell me how you define success.
You know, for me, success is if you are able to go to bed at night with your stomach full and you don't need to worry about your next meal. And I mean, success, you can define success in a lot of ways. A lot of people, they define their success with buying a car, you know, getting a house. Because a lot of people ask me, when you've been working for so long, where's your car? I'm like, guys, my time is coming.
Exactly.
I'm not there yet. I would love definitely to have my own car, but I'm not. If I wanted to have my own car, I would have had my own car now. But me, how I wanted to be successful was to help my dad build a house. And so far, that's what I did. Even though it's not all complete, but I was able to assist him to get that done. And I was able to buy him a car as well. So,
that's
beautiful. You know, so it's not like if my dad and everybody at home is okay, then
you're okay.
Then I'm okay.
Okay. Tell me about this, the successes you've come across, be it in your business, be it in your two businesses.
The successes that I've come across in my businesses, I would say, right now, I don't even know what to say, because I feel like at this point, everything is just going well, you know. People are booking my appointments, people are coming to do their hair, and I cannot really complain because I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And I feel like the amount of money that I'm doing now, it's okay for me. It's not much, it's not a lot, but I'm able to support myself, and I'm able to assist my dad wherever he needs assistance, and my sister as well.
So you are telling me that to you success is when you get a booking, either for your mobile spa business or for your salon.
Because if you have a business and there's nobody that's booking your treatments, or there's nobody coming to your salon, then why do you even have that business? You see? So for me, you know, I appreciate everybody that books my appointments. I appreciate everybody that comes to the salon it could be as small as just tweezing your eyebrows. I appreciate all of that. That small amount that's coming in, and that's the kind of, you know, I pray a lot. I pray a lot. So whatever that comes into my business, I pray about it. And I appreciate whatever small amount comes in. And they say if you appreciate whatever that you have,
it's going to be multiplied.
Exactly. It's going to be multiplied.
Wow. This was a beautiful interview indeed. The reasons why we do these interviews is to show people that you can do it. It doesn't matter where you're from, what you start with, or how you start.
Exactly.
You know, and I feel like this interview has just done that. It motivated and inspired a lot of people watching it. I'm inspired myself, so I can just imagine the impact it's going to have on the people that are going to be watching this. Now, I need you to leave my viewers with your social media handles so that they can see where they can see this beautiful work of yours, or where they can book when they want you to come and massage them or do their hair or flip their eyebrows, or I mean anything that you do.
Okay, so on Facebook, Obviously, you can find me, it's Itumeleng Agnes Mureki, or you can find the page, it's Itu's Mobile Spa. And then I also have numbers that you can contact if you want me immediately.
Yeah.
So for WhatsApp, it's 078 0044 699, or you can call me on 067 71 68 365.
That is beautiful. Well, that is it for our show today. We had Itumeleng Mureki. She's a masseuse and she is Mamela. A body therapist. She's a body therapist. She's a body therapist. That is it for today's episode on Getting Real with Lesedi Precious. From me, Musadi in the making. This is me saying goodbye. God bless.